Hospice care is end-of-life care. It focuses on comfort versus cure, patient, family-centered care. We have a multiple disciplinary team that provides physical, emotional, and spiritual support, and care is provided with compassion and dignity. When you practice patient-centered care, it's not all about medical things. In fact, I think sometimes when people come here, that's about the last thing they want to think are about medical things.
They knew our names, which we weren't just a person in a room. They knew us. They talked to my dad, talked to him as a person, not around him, which I really appreciated. And I think they also held concern for my mom, just how she was doing, always asking how we were doing, how we're holding up.
And so I asked him, I said, well, what was your favorite dish that Mom used to make? And he said, well, liver and onions. I said, really? How did she used to make it? So he explained it to me, and then our executive chef, Larry, I snuck in the back and told him, hey, I need some liver. So he ran down the road to the grocery store, and we got liver, and we tried to make it as close as Mom's as we could, but, Mom's is always better, but it made him smile, it made him happy.
When they would come in the room, they would introduce who they were, say, hi, Marge, this is so-and-so. We're here to turn you, or we're here to wet your lips. Would you like some more water? Or how about some lip gloss on your lips? Or if they needed to talk to us as a family, they would say, Marge, we're going to talk to the family now, and we don't want to, you're included in this, even though you can't respond. We want you to know we're not talking without you.
In hospice care, we take a little extra time, and I think we slow things down and make it what I would consider slow medicine, and take the extra time to identify what patients and families truly want.
We were able to open the doors and take her out in her bed, and the sun was on her, and we heard the birds singing, and there was a cardinal that was singing to her, and the gardens, she was a big gardener and loved the gardens, so we knew that was a special moment for her, just to feel the breeze on her face, because it had been forever since she'd been outside.
Their disease is such a small part of who they are. I think we make an effort to get to know them personally before we talk about their insurance or talk about what their medical condition is.
It's just not a job. It's more that we come as a partner with the family, and we learn about one another. We almost become family with our patients and patients' family members.
When you work in the business office, or really any other office where your main focus is administrative duties, sometimes you lose that connection with the patient, and the fact that behind everything that you do, every piece of paper you touch or whatever it is, a person can be affected by that. There's a life that's behind that, that's affected by what you do with it.
When we admit a patient, we view them not as a diagnosis or symptoms, but as a person who's coming in who's scared and frightened and just wants to be cared for.
So we do a lot of listening here, and that can be time intensive, or it can be just a moment of pulling up a chair for a minute or two and listening to the concerns of patient or family.
We need our place to be a soft place to fall for the patient and the family. So when they walk through the door and they're going through this journey with their loved one, that we are the place that they can come and just let down and let us take care.
But somehow they manage to keep you calm, and they take care of your needs, and they know when they need to come in your room and sit on the couch and talk to you.
And many times he would not even have to ask for things. They came in and said, okay, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? Then he would tell them.
I didn't think anybody could calm me down in any way, but somehow, some way, they help you to accept the fact that it's not going to go on forever. And I can't tell you what that meant to me, and probably to Brian.
Oh, everyone was so wonderful. I mean, it was quite unbelievable, you know, to see how caring and loving people you'd never met before. the dedication and commitment that they had, and just seeing that you never wanted for anything. I mean, it was beautiful.
Every day I see people do little things that probably are beyond what is expected. But just for example, today I had a patient that was admitted, and before I even walked in to do the admission, there was a fresh bouquet of flowers in a vase filled by the patient's bedside table.
I came to this facility on a Sunday evening, and here comes the social worker just talking and explaining things to me. And I'm like, what in the world is she doing here today? Today is Sunday.
There's a few situations I've seen where people do things that are really outside of their true job description. Starting with Dr. Regali himself, I've seen him walk around with a crying baby. I've seen him answer the phone at the nurse's station. Just such a variety of things to make connections with people and just take care of whatever their needs are.
On the day of my dad's passing, we had a little small white yellow colored butterfly outside his window all day. And during the week, we as a family were working on a large butterfly puzzle here in the sunroom. And my mother and I had placed the last two pieces in that butterfly puzzle, walked into the room, and my father took his last breath and passed away. The butterfly flew away. So the staff here knew what had happened, and it's very symbolic for us now. This is again what the staff will do here for you. They took and preserved that butterfly puzzle and put it in a picture frame, and my mother now has that hanging in her living room.
It doesn't matter what job per se that you have at this facility. Our wonderful custodian will go and get a soda pop for a patient. The nurse will be sitting there singing with a patient. We all gather together if I'm praying at the end of life with a family. The nurses will come in. We have sacred times where we walk the families out, and it's all just, we are one unit or energy in this facility here. It's very unique, and we're very blessed. It's sacred here.
So we all work together as a team, and I've gone out and I've helped clean rooms. So I'm not just a cook or a chef. This is my team, and we do what we can to make everyone stay here better.
We count on one another as a team. We count on each other for strength, encouragement, so that we can make sure that our job is done right, and to make sure that we're all on the same page. We cry, we laugh, we hug. So we get emotional, and that's okay at our job. That is okay, because that's part of life. That's part of being human.
And I just thought it was just gonna be another job, but it's not. You make a difference in everybody's life, whether it be the family member, a co-worker, a patient.
We stayed in touch pretty well because we had a lot of memorials come here after my dad's death, and what we ended up doing was providing a couple of scholarships for nurses to be trained in hospice care. So after we saw what they do and the special training it takes to be that type of nurse, we need more of them. We need many more.
It's the people that make the place, though, you know. I mean, it doesn't, you know, it happens to be a beautiful facility, there's no question. But you could have all of that, but if you didn't have the commitment and the dedication of the people that were there, and that caring and the support and all of it, it wouldn't be anything. But with that, you have an amazing place.